Yesterday, during the Xbox Game Showcase, we finally got some Silksong news. It came in the form of a few seconds of new gameplay clips, a confirmation that Silksong is still set to release this year, and a reveal of how many achievements the game will have. So let's break it all down, starting with the footage. The first clip shows Hornet fighting two new enemy types, a big giraffe-like creature that looks like Willow, or Grimsteed, and a smaller version of it. We can tell that the larger one is hostile from its kick attack that Hornet dodges, but we are not too sure about the little guys. In Hornet's inventory, we see two items equipped, alongside with the Reaper crest, which I talked about in detail in my previous video. But what stood out the most is the area itself. This exact location hasn't been shown before. It does resemble the area from the start of the second trailer, the colors match and the same pillars appear in the background, but we've never seen an environment with this much tall grass or these particular enemies. Another interesting detail are these wooden pools that are ornamented with golden circles at the top. These golden circles could be the same ones we see near Chakra, but these ones are more weathered and are much bigger than the ones we see near Chakra. Luckily for us, we also got a second version of this clip through the promotional video for the Xbox's new handheld console. In that shot, we can see the Ant Tribe enemies are in the same area, suggesting that this location might be near their nest. We also see that some enemies are able to damage each other as the animal-like creature kills one of the Ant Tribe members. Something else that stood out is that Team Cherry rarely designs areas where your character is obscured by foreground elements during combat, but here, the tall grass hides enemies, like the ants, making the encounter more dynamic and surprising. The second clip gives us a new angle of the so-called clock tower area. This time, the massive spinning gears are way more prominent than in the previous footage, possibly indicating that we're seeing a section closer to the top of the tower. Hornet also has the gear crest equipped here, potentially confirming my theory that this is where the crest is found. But the most intriguing detail here is a new icon in Hornet's inventory. We've never seen anything like it before. To me, it looks like a glowing ball of magma. It also has a thick ornate border around it. The only other icon with a similar border was the strange silk spool looking item seen in the past footage, though that one had a thinner border. Both appear in the same slot, so they might serve a similar function, possibly tools or key items. As with the previous clip, we also got some extra footage through the promotional shots, but this time they don't show that much. Just Hornet doing a few cool flips. The third clip shows Hornet fighting completely new enemies in a strange greenish area. It could be in Greymorn, but I doubt it. The enemies here are moss covered and either throw spears, like the guy with the entire bag of them, or shoot out spiked projectiles. Some of these spikes have green orbs on them, which I assume are poisonous. This whole area gives off a serious poison swamp or sewer vibes. Personally, it really reminds me of the Blight Town from Dark Souls 1. Whatever it is, it's gross. There's a green gas effect hanging in the air, possibly indicating toxic vapors. Flies are buzzing all around the room, and one of the enemies even looks like a giant fly. There are also what appear to be giant maggots in the water, so unless you want to join the Flukmarm's extended family, I wouldn't recommend taking a swim. We also see odd elevated wooden houses in the background, maybe homes for the flying enemies, and once again there's a mysterious icon in Hornet's inventory. It's in the same spot as the previous one, but this one looks like a piece of vine with either leaves or white petals on it. Personally, I think that this tool might function like Isma's tear, possibly protecting you from the toxic substances in this region. We also see Hornet use a spear lunging attack to close the gap on an enemy, but the hitbox for this attack looks a little off. It doesn't seem like the needle actually connects, but this might just be an outdated footage. The last bit of footage we got comes from the promotional video, showing Hornet jumping through what looks like a sub-area of the bone bottom that we didn't see before. Because these red things that we see in the background is not lava like before, it's red crystals. We don't really know where this is located. I'm just guessing it's bone bottom from the color scheme, but it could be a totally different area. Alongside with this clip, we also got a separate image of Hornet leaping near some orange blobs. Not much to analyze here, but still it's something. We also learned that Silksong will have 52 achievements at launch from this screenshot. Other exciting news is that Silksong is officially confirmed to be a day 1 release on the Xbox console, and perhaps most importantly, LED has confirmed that the game will release before the holidays this year. We still don't know the exact release date, but at least we finally got some reassurance. and I think that covers everything. If I missed anything, feel free to point it out in the comments. And if you got your own theories or observations about the footage, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But for now, that's it. Thanks for watching and goodbye.